Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We are reading from the book Meditation and Spiritual Life by Swami Yatiswarananda. We are in chapter 22, Place of Prayer in Spiritual Life. We are towards the end of the chapter, and the last time we were looking at the section which is titled The All-Embracing Range of Hindu Spiritual Experience. At the end of that section, there are some prayers and meditations, and we'll be now going through that. Given below are some prayers and meditations which Swami Yatiswarananda used to recite in the beginning of his classes and lectures. Let us offer our salutations to the all-pervading, all-blissful Divine Spirit who dwells in the hearts of us all. He is the Lord of the past, present and future. By realizing Him, one goes beyond fear and attains peace. He is the supreme principle of existence, the supreme reality, the supreme light, and the supreme self. Out of Him, the all-pervading, all-blissful Divine Spirit, we all have come into being. In Him we live, to Him we return. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Let us for a few moments sit quiet, relaxing our body and mind. Let us offer our salutations to the Supreme, all-pervading Spirit. May He guide our understanding. Let us offer our salutations also to all the great teachers and saints of the world, teachers and saints whose teachings we all have inherited. May they inspire us with love for the truth. The Supreme Spirit is the source of all purity. Let us breathe in vibrations of purity. Let them destroy all our impurities. Let us breathe out vibrations of purity. Let us breathe in vibrations of strength. Let them destroy all our weaknesses. Let us breathe out vibrations of strength. Let us breathe in vibrations of peace. Let the vibrations destroy all our restlessness. Let us breathe out vibrations of peace. Let us send forth currents of purity, strength, and peace to all our fellow beings, to the east, to the west, to the north, to the south. Let us be at peace with ourselves, at peace with the whole world. Let us now take up the position of the witness or the spectator and draw our mind from all distractions, from sound and other troubles. Let us detach ourselves also from all thought, pictures, and feelings that rise within. Let us be wide awake. Our body is the divine temple. Let us focus our consciousness in the sanctuary of our heart, and there feel that our soul is like a little sphere of light. And this little sphere of light is part of the infinite Spirit shining everywhere. The infinite being is immanent in the sun, moon, stars, and planets. The infinite Spirit shines in all beings. The Spirit is immanent in our eyes, ears, in all our senses. The Divine Spirit shines in our mind. It shines in our heart. Let us all feel the contact. The monist meditates on the Supreme Spirit as Satchidananda, infinite existence, consciousness, bliss. The devotee worships the same being in various aspects as God the Father, God the Mother, God the Friend, God the Beloved. The infinite Spirit manifests itself as the great gods and goddesses. He again comes down on earth, as it were, in the form of the divine incarnation for blessing mankind. We may select any theme we please for our meditation, but as we meditate, let us all feel that both the worshipper and the worshipped are drowned in the one Satchidananda, infinite, existence, consciousness, bliss. It is really the one infinite being that manifests itself in one aspect as the devotee, in the other aspect as the deity. Let us feel the divine contact in our heart of hearts, and may the divine presence soothe our nerves, calm our minds, quiet our hearts. May the divine spirit guide our understanding and enlighten our consciousness. Let us for a few moments meditate on the all-pervading, all-blissful Spirit in any aspect we please, in any way we please. But let us by all means feel the divine contact. May the all-pervading, all-blissful Spirit, the soul of our souls, protect us all. May He guide us all. May He nourish us all. May the teachings that we learn become fruitful and forceful through His grace. May teaching and harmony dwell among us all. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. O Lord, all spiritual paths are like streams to Thee, the one ocean of existence, consciousness, bliss. Thou art the soul of our souls. Thou art our mother, Thou art our father, Thou art our friend, Thou art our companion, Thou art our knowledge, Thou art our wealth, Thou art our all in all. From the unreal to the let us lead us to the real. From darkness lead us to light. From death lead us to immortality. We all know this as Asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityor ma amritam gamaya. Reach us through and through our soul, and evermore bless us all with Thy inspiring presence. May we find Thee in the heart of our hearts. May we find Thee in all our fellow beings. May we love Thee and serve Thee in all. May the world be peaceful. May all be free from danger. May all realize what is good. May all be actuated by noble thoughts. May all be happy everywhere. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And there's a footnote here for more prayers. See Swami Yatiswarananda. The book is titled Universal Prayers, published by Ramakrishna Mutt in 1974. We'll now begin a new chapter, chapter 23, titled Mystic Worship. Mystic Worship. First section, offer everything to God. What is most covetable to people in general, and whatever is especially dear to oneself, should be offered unto me. That offering produces infinite results. This is from the Bhagavatam 11.11.41. Yadyadishtatamam loke yachhati priyamatmanah tatra nivedayen mahyan tadanantyatya kalpate. We worship with the things we get from Him. We do not create the flower, nor do we create the fire. These come to our hands, and the way we use them makes the difference. The devotee offers everything that comes to him to the Lord. And what is the fun of that? Thereby you expand your soul. By offering to God what He gives you, you feel yourself feel purified and your soul grows. It assimilates a larger share of the blessings of the Lord. The more you appropriate those things as your own, the narrower and more clouded your soul becomes. Anything that can be offered to the divine, your food, new dress, car, everything you get. Before you start using it, first offer it to the Lord mentally. Accept it as a sacramental thing and use it with care. This purifies the mind, elevates it. God is the greatest purifier. Anything connected to Him becomes holy. By handling sanctified things, we sanctify ourselves, purify ourselves. In our ashramas, monasteries, our new publications and invitation cards are first sent to the shrine. They are put into circulation only after they are offered to the divine. This is a good practice which you can do in your home regarding everything you buy. The act in itself may not be great, but when hundreds of little actions of this type, hundreds of little offerings to the divine are done, the cumulative effect of all these after some years is really tremendous. Gradually, a spirit of surrender and detachment will come to stay with us. In fact, there is no other way to get this. Surrender and purity do not come all of a sudden. They are the accumulated result of hundreds of little actions. In the devotional schools, especially in Vaishnavism, service of holy men and poor people is stressed very much. Service is an important thing in spiritual life. Offering everything to the divine and then using it oneself is no doubt good. It connects you to the divine. But what is the test of your sincerity? How do you know that you are prepared to renounce everything for God? The only test is your readiness for sacrifice. You should be ready to sacrifice everything for the divine. The best way to cultivate the idea of sacrifice is through service. Service naturally implies some kind of sacrifice. When a hungry man comes to you, give him a share of your food. When a poor man comes to you, give him a share of your wealth. Similarly, you have to sacrifice your time, pleasures, energy, etc. for the service of those who are ill, ignorant, or suffering. Look upon everyone as a temple of God. By serving man, you are worshipping the Lord. This was the great idea behind Swami Vivekananda's philosophy of work. It is no use talking about spirituality to a man who was poor and hungry. He should be given food first. That is the way of worshipping the Lord. Offering flowers and incense is not the only form of worship. We should develop a synthetic vision, a wider perspective. At the back of our limited existence, our limited consciousness, our limited joys, there is one undivided infinite being manifesting himself through every individual. Offering everything to him is the highest form of worship. If you are capable of doing this form of worship, why remain satisfied with the lower ones alone? Next section, Upasana or mental worship. Apart from worshipping God with material objects, there is another kind of worship, mental worship, which is actually a higher form of worship. In Sanskrit, it is called Upasana, which literally means to sit near the deity. In practice, it means meditation or contemplation on God. This kind of mental worship is the principal spiritual practice in the dualistic and qualified monastic systems of Vedanta. They are also referred to as Dvaita and Vishishta Dvaita. These systems regard God and the self as two separate entities. The worshipper strives to bring about the contact of these two in varying degrees of intimacy, but the distinction between the two is never totally lost. The devotee at first remains the servant and God the master. In the advanced stages, the devotee remains as a soul and God as the soul of all souls. This attitude may serve as a stepping stone to the path of non-dualism or Advaita. For those whose nature inclines towards a formless God, it may be helpful in the beginning to conceive of Brahman or the Supreme Spirit as the ocean, while the individual soul is looked upon as a wave. There is the quote-unquote I of the individual soul distinct from the Supreme Spirit, but actually it exists only in the relationship of microcosm to macrocosm. Instead of meditating always on the wave, one may concentrate on the ocean. The wave is one with the element water. It is identifiable both with the vast mass we call the ocean and with the smaller entity we call the wave. As the seeker advances along the spiritual path, he is finally able to realize that water alone is real and the waves are unreal. The distinction between the individual and the universal, the microcosm and the macrocosm, is lost and the absolute The one without a second alone remains. However, this is all very difficult to attain for the vast majority of people who need some kind of worshipful symbols for their meditation. Otherwise, their mind wanders. In order to facilitate concentration, some holy objects are selected. This kind of worship, in which an object is taken as a symbol of God, is a practice common to the devotees of personal God as well as to those who meditate on the impersonal. God is worshipped not as the symbol, but through the symbol. Since God, by definition, is the Supreme Spirit out of which all things come into existence, by which all things are sustained, and into which all things return, any object can in a way become a symbol of God. So there is a footnote here for God by definition. This is from the Brahma Sutras, Mantra 1.1.2. Janmadyasya yataha. Janmadyasya yataha. But the world religions have since time immemorial held certain symbols as specially sacred. The sun is a good symbol of God as the source of the cosmic energy as light and heat, and the sun worship was once widely prevalent all over the world. The Hindus and the Zoroastrians worship fire as the symbol of God. The Vedas speak of Agni, fire, as immortal, who has taken up his abode among the mortals, and also as the mouth of gods, through whom all other gods receive oblations. But we must always bear in mind that the soul is not God. We must see beyond mere fire or sun in our meditations and find the eternal light itself, of which the symbols are but manifestations. Swami Brahmananda, one of the greatest among the disciples of Sri Ramakrishna, tells us, men incline to different ways of worship. To satisfy the various temperaments, the scriptures describe 4 distinct methods of reaching God. One method is ritualistic worship, that is, worshipping God in the image or symbol. Higher than this is the worship of God with prayer and japa. The aspirant meditates on the shining form of his chosen ideal. He prays to him and makes japa. Higher still is meditation, that is, a constant flow of thought towards God. When a man follows this way of worship, he remains absorbed in the living presence of his chosen ideal. Here there is neither prayer nor japa, but the sense of duality remains. He is and I also am. The highest method, which leads directly and immediately to God, is to meditate on the unity of the Atman and Brahman, an expression to experience Brahman constantly, to know always that he is. It is an actual realization of the omnipresent reality. These are the stages through which the aspirant progresses. A man should begin from where he stands. So this is from Swami Prabhavananda, The Eternal Companion, published in 1971, page 244. There is a well-known Sanskrit verse which says, this is from the Mahanirvana Tantra 14.22. Uttamo brahmasad bhavo dhyana bhavastu madhyamaha stutir japo dhamo bhavo buddhi puja dhama dhama. The highest spiritual discipline is the practice of Brahman consciousness. The next is meditation. Chanting of hymns and repetition of the divine names forms the third step. The lowest is external worship with the help of an image. According to another verse, this is from the Tantra Sara, Prathama Pratima Puja Japastotradi Madhyama Uttama Manasi Puja Soham Pujottamottama. Worshipping the ideal is the first step. Better than this is repetition of a holy name and singing of divine glories. Better still is dhyana or contemplation. And the last and the highest state is to realize I am He. Yet another verse says, the twice-born ritualists worship God in the fire. Men of meditation adore Him as the indwelling Spirit. The dull-witted worship Him with the help of an image. The same-sighted, illumined souls find Him everywhere. This is from the Uttara Gita, verse 3.7. Advanced souls do not care for the outside symbol. They meditate on the deity as immanent, as dwelling in their own heart. Persons of gross understanding can only begin their spiritual life by worshipping the deity with the help of an image, which is like a peg to hang their faith on. Enlightened souls, on the other hand, do not need any symbols, for they recognize the divine spirit both inside and outside as immanent and transcendent at the same time. To merge oneself in the Absolute, the one without a second, is the goal of the Advaitic spiritual practice. This state is reached through an uncompromising analysis of one's thoughts and experiences in search of the ultimate reality, the unchanging basis of the ever-changing phenomenal universe. The follower of this method, being established in perfect purity, negates all the limiting adjuncts of the soul and through it reaches the ultimate reality. This process, called nididhyasana, is a kind of withdrawal or inquiry into the depths of one's being. With a view to attaining the unity of the individual soul and the Supreme Spirit, a less qualified spiritual seeker may practice ahangraha upasana, a method of worship in which the worshipper identifies himself with the object of his worship, God or Brahman or any particular deity, and meditates on his own self. Meditation on the identity between the worshipper and the worship leads to the realization of the one without a second. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.